All right, all right. Halftime. Alabama 21, Tennessee 14. Interesting half of football. Honestly and unbelievably, you are still within 7 points, and things could have gone way better, crazily. I'm Charlie Burris. That's Jonathan Crompton, former Vols quarterback. The last quarterback that for Tennessee that almost beat Alabama. Well, no, that's not true. 2015, they came close, but what the last two, one of the last two to almost beat Alabama.
Field goal short.
Yeah. But this is the A to Z Sports Big Orange Game Day halftime reaction show. Nailed it. There we go, baby. We're off to a good start. Hopefully I can send that juju over to Tennessee. They need it right now. But again, Charlie Burris, Jonathan Crompton, first half. What are your initial thoughts there, Cromp?
Honestly, I mean, besides penalties, and this is kind of what we talked about last week going in for us having to do to Ole Miss, disrupt their pre-snap routine. The crowd is, I mean, it's Alabama, man. It's loud, right? We got to just make sure we clean up those penalties to keep our third downs manageable, right? That's our third down percentage is not great, but when it's manageable, we have a chance. You know, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, but when it's 3rd and 11, 3rd and 13, that makes it tough, especially when you're backed up. So the penalties are a real big thing, but overall, and I'm gonna catch a lot of heat from people on this one. We've outplayed Alabama, and that's, to me, that is straight up. Now we're not winning in the score, but as far as just the physicality of the game, we have outplayed them overall. We've made quote unquote less disastrous mistakes, right?
That's true.
Fumble in the red zone, that kills them. Right. What we got to do better is when we get those turnovers, make them count. At least get 2 first downs off of that to kind of change momentum. We don't need to go 3 and out after stuff like
that. It has actually, and I can't believe it. I mean, that game has gone far better than I thought it would. And things have happened that have been incredibly frustrating. It's so strange. It's kind of like last week, where I kind of felt like, yeah, you should have won, but you actually looked really good. And you like, it kind of creates these conflicting feelings. My biggest thing in that first half, obviously the penalties, and we said that already. That's really frustrating. Self-inflicted wounds. You can't do that. Alabama, as you said, had some really disastrous ones that we took advantage of one and really blew it on another.
Yeah.
But to me, right now, and I really, really want your input on this. Heupel's play calling in this game so far. We had this discussion last week, and I think it's showing a little more glaringly in this game because Alabama can big time you talent-wise. He's calling these third down plays as if Tennessee has the bodies to move anything. I mean, Alabama's standing you up, and he's calling these third down runs out of the shotgun, and I'm like, what are we doing? There has to be something else here. There has to be.
This is an opinion.
Okay.
Keyword opinion. I need to preface that. Keyword opinion. But I've said it on here before about a chess match, right? In my opinion, when we're doing that right now, because we're in this ball game, I know they get ball right after half. We got to come out and play defense, but we're moving our pawns. We haven't, in my opinion, we have not got to, because he knows we don't have the best O-line available right now, right? Mays is still out. Okay, so with that, first off, it's almost a win-win. We're trying to see if it can work. If it works, that's icing on the cake of just getting push. And we now haven't shown what our scheme of the week is, so they can't halftime adjust to it. That's what I'm hoping is happening, because that's what I would do.
That's interesting.
Because here's the thing: I call plays for a high school here where I live on Friday nights, right? Same thing came up last night. We were in the game. We didn't need the stuff that was our scheme of the week, so why waste it? Now they have 15 minutes at halftime. Talk about it. We come out and completely wipe them out second half with that because they couldn't adjust to it. So I'm hoping that's what it is. Now, obviously, we gotta, like I said, we gotta fix the penalties.
Yeah.
Because that also may be what's holding back the play calling, right? To momentum plays in the positive, we got to have certain area of the fields. We're not getting to it. Right now we're relying on big plays. I'm not mad at it because we're in the game, but we haven't shown anything different, and there's always going to be something different. All we did is throw a poster out.
Yeah,
nothing major.
That is really interesting. I hope
and Randy, last week I did. Hey, listen, man, there's always going to be stuff. You're right. I did say the same thing about last week. I'm just saying what I would do. And I'm not saying that he's holding back. Go back to what I said. If you can run up the gut, that's icing on the cake. But the best game adjuster in college football is Nick Saban. He is going to in-game adjust better than anybody. He's proven it over decades. So don't give him the ability. So no, we can't hold back. But if we're in the ball game, let's not show them our, like I said, scheme of the week coming in.
I would say if you can play chess while Saban is playing checkers, that would be incredible.
No. Saban's not playing checkers either. No.
Seems unlikely. I mean, checkers.
Saban does not play checkers.
I know, and I mean, I hope, I really, really hope that's the case, because it's just so frustrating to see, because they were creating these opportunities where, like, I get it. You're moving up to 3rd and 1. That's a good 3rd and 1 is not bad.
But we got to be better, and even if we're just calling inside zone, we still got to be better in getting that 1 yard.
Yeah, and I mean, we said it last week, and it's probably to some extent still the case this week. You convert those with Tyon Evans a lot more than with Jabari Small. I mean, he's just an undersized back that can't make that play.
It hurts that Evans is obviously still hurt with his ankle. He banged up again. He's fighting through it, but I mean, at the end of the day, we still got to make the plays when they're called. So just because I'm thinking that we're not necessarily holding back, but just not showing it, we still got to convert. We're not calling it for it not to work. Right? We still got to do it. But I am going to disagree with a couple of comments by saying, well, why didn't we throw a Hail Mary? Because we're on the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Nothing good can come from that.
Don't risk it.
Into the game, yes, but nothing good can come from that. Sack, fumble, interception, return, anything. Guy goes up and there's nothing good can come from an 80-yard Hail Mary at halftime. On the 50, 100%. I'm with you. But on the 20, no chance.
And this is interesting right here. This sort of feels like the quarterback debate before. Like, is Jabari Small the only option right now outside of Tyon Evans? Because I believe
I don't know.
With the reporting that I saw, Lyneth Whitehead is not around. There was really no explanation there as to why he's not available. But you got Beckwith, you got Jalen Wright, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, is there somebody? Hello, somebody. Is there anything that we can do to maybe loosen that up? Because, yeah, I mean, on 3rd and 1, you should be able to get 1 yard. On 3rd, like even against Alabama, yeah, these dudes, you're facing 6 stars up front and they're pushing you around, but like you got to be able to get 1 yard. Just that it's causing me PTSD back to Butch Jones. I'll be totally honest, because that's Butch was the shotgun at the goal line guy, and it made me want to vomit. And
trust me, it bugs me too. I'm with you. It's, and I want to give Randy credit here by saying he's not disagreeing. We just got to take advantage of, like we didn't last week. Dude, I'm with you 100%. Yeah. I'm just hoping, like I said, I'm hoping that's what's happening right now. I could be wrong. Like I said, hoping I'm not. But either way, when it's 3rd and 1, you got to convert. I mean, it's just the bottom line. You got to convert. 3rd and 1 up the gut. They're gonna. It's easy to see it's Nick Saban's MO. You're 3rd and 1, and you're in even though our tight end's not on the line, but you're in a 1-back set with a tight end. He's bringing 8. He's playing cover 0, bringing 8. So either throw it with quick slants or man-to-man routes with a drag or an over or something to get the ball out quick, or you got to stick your head down and you got to go right up the gut and fall forward for a yard. That is 3 feet, right? You're 6 foot tall. That's half your body length, right? That's all you got to get. And it's obviously it's easier said than done, but he's bringing the backers up the gut. So maybe do something instead of just inside zone. Right. That's just how I think of it.
It kills me that, we need to move into the second. We're losing time quickly here in the halftime. So I'll just leave it there. Great points. I hope you're right. Let's see what adjustments Heupel can make. He did last week. They came out hot in that second half, and I hope that it happens again this week. So let's ask this question. It's kind of a typical question that we ask in a close game like this. And for everybody who's watching, we've got almost 300 people watching live right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's amazing. Drop into the comments and tell us 1 to 10, what is your confidence level that Tennessee could actually pull this off? Is it just, you're down 7, you're only down 7, and you scored 14 already. You can score quick. We already saw it. You can hit them with big plays. What's your confidence level 1 to 10 that Tennessee could actually pull this off? And we'll talk about it right after I say that this broadcast of the A to Z Sports Big Orange Game Day halftime reaction show is brought to you by all of the content at atozsports.com, and specifically the Big Orange podcast with myself and my fellow A to Z sports writer, Zach Reagan. Every Monday, we get to go a little bit more in depth than me and Jonathan do here. It's usually an hour plus long. Big Orange podcast, search it up on iTunes, and it's on the A to Z Sports Podcast Network feed. Look for that. And then just go to atozsports.com. And Zach and I write stuff all week about Tennessee. He writes a lot more than I do. God bless him. But great coverage over there. And then also, if you're a Titans fan, if you're a Predators fan, if you're Kansas City, Dallas, they're doing it all on atozsports.com. So check it out over there. And let's get to some of these responses in the comments. Confidence level that Tennessee could pull off this, what would be the greatest upset Tennessee has had almost ever. I mean, Tennessee is not
in a really long time.
It would just be ridiculous. Let's see. Eric says 3, Darren 7. That's some confidence right there. Mark 1, Wayman 6, Zach 6, Sean 4, 2 for Charlie, and not me, but someone in the comments. Brandon 1, Christopher 4, and I'll pass it to you, Crump. How are you feeling in Tuscaloosa, down 7?
You know what? I know that everybody's going to say, oh, you're a homer and I'm this and that and blah, blah, blah. But I guess, I'm supposed to be, right? I'm going 7. No.
I love it. I
know you're laughing, but here's the thing. And I'm saying this from experience. Did anybody give us a damn chance in 2009?
That's true. That 2009.
Did anybody give Illinois a chance today against Penn State, 25-point underdog? Man, anything can happen in football, right? The kids are playing their rear ends off right now, right? That's just bottom line. And what I'm hoping they do, I hope we come out on offense. And you better tell the guys in the locker room, I hope you conditioned last night because you're not coming off the field, and we're going to run one play every 12 seconds. And we're not subbing because then they can't sub. Burn your damn timeouts, Nick. You guys, tomorrow you can rest. But today, we're going to run in the second half. We're going to run 60 plays, and we're going to dink and dunk them. But they're going to have to burn their timeouts, right? Or they're going to be gassed. It's exactly what I would do, and say, you know who's in the ball game. You're not coming out. If you're hurt, you better just get up and you better suck it up until the end of the drive, because we're not going to let them sub and get a game plan on us.
So I'm going to hedge like I did last week and say it depends on how this half starts. Last week, you started off really strong, blasted them with a touchdown right out of the gate, and ultimately you almost won the game. Should have won the game, frankly. Yeah. If you come out and you stop Alabama and you turn around and score at least a field goal, I'll say I'm like a 5 to 6, where I go, oof, okay, you're still in it. You're still in it. That's great.
You know what?
If they score right out of the gate and Tennessee turns around with a 3 and out, I'm a -1.
No, give me a number. Just watch this. Hypothetical aside, I want your number.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going 7. Yes, I'm a homer. I don't even care. I love it. I gotta be. I want a solid number.
I'll play devil's advocate to your homerism. Everybody hate me. Let the comments rain down. It's going to be a 2. It's going to be a 2 for me.
Oh, You're at least going 4.
They big boy you out. They're so good. They got all those 6 stars out there. Tennessee just doesn't have the
6 stars.
Tennessee doesn't have those horses, man. They just don't. I want them to so badly, but
dude, Penn State has those. Penn State has the horses up there in the Big Ten, and Illinois came in and beat them 9 overtime.
You're talking about 2009. That gets me a little bit. I mean, that arguably Nick Saban's best team ever. When you look back, that 2009 team, they were monstrous, and you guys gave it to them. So
I mean, I don't know. That's the way. Like I said, man, if it's me, I'm coming out saying, guys. Exactly like I saw a couple comments. Man, we got a bye week. We got a bye week next week. You can rest. I'll give you Monday off.
I hope they do.
But right now, we're going to run 70 or 60 plays in the second half, and we don't have to go, right? We don't have to go over the top. But by God, make them gas. Make it a track meet.
I agree. I'll say this. Alicia says, I hope you have to eat the 2. Me too. I hope I do. I say it all the time with Tennessee. Make me look stupid. Tennessee, you've made me this cynical. Now make me look dumb. I want to look dumb. That's it. All right. Well, we got to go. Half is starting. So Charlie Burris, Jonathan Crompton, A2ZSports.com. Tune back in for postgame. We'll be here in postgame. We'll break it all down. We'll talk about bye week and everything coming up. So tune in then on A2Z Sports, and we'll see y'all after the game.